Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late August 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as usual and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Leo collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's see what's going on here, my gods. Talk to me about these lions. What's up with Leo? As we move out of Leo season into Virgo, let's get it going here. And yeah, we're going to take a real quick look at this first card, and we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's get this first card popping and rocking. What's up with Leo? And while we do, I would just like to wish every Leo that's on that cusp border between Leo and Virgo a happy birthday. I hope you all had a great one. You know, it's been an awesome past few weeks for most of you, hopefully, celebrating your birthdays. But let's see what's up here for you as we move to Virgo. Okay, so this could be someone you're connected to that's a little stress-filled here. Okay, this could be cabin fever as well. This doesn't have to be anything like super major that we're looking at here. It's striking like imagery and symbolism when we see this card come out. Reminds me a little bit of the Eight of Swords. So there's a little depth happening with this card. Before we fully dive into it though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. So it does show up for other signs from time to time. We have this angel with the big beautiful wings. It is bound up by this red ribbon. So for some of you, there might be something that's making you feeling a little tied down, tied back, constricted. There might be something you're wanting to do that you can't for whatever reason, or your hands might be tied in some sort of way. To me, this does remind me of the Eight of Swords. So there might be someone you're connected to that's like stress and overthinking, a lot going on in the brain. But I always say energy like this is on a spectrum. It could be very minor. It could be something a little more major. Now, on the minor end, a lot of you might just need to get out and have a little bit of fun, right? Like you might be bogged down, cabin fever. You're not having as much fun as you'd like with this card. But also, hopefully you're not feeling like you're trapped or your hands are tied in some sort of way with this card. Another good thing about this energy in this card is that it's a very fleeting energy. It doesn't stay long term. It moves out quick. So that's a positive. We're just going to put it down right over there. Let's get into tarot. And I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. I'm going to get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up for Leo, please, my guides, as we end out Leo season. What's going on for my friends? And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. It was super interesting. It was titled A Massive Omen. And there was a lot of omens within the reading itself. There was tons of number signs. And a big message that was coming through last week is that for a lot of Leos, specifically the energetically sensitive ones, Spirit could be trying to guide you or move you down a very specific road. So if you're going through things you don't quite understand, just watch for the signs, synchronicities, and omens, because you could be seeing a lot. Okay, so let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get you 3. What do we got for Leo, please? Thank you. Yeah, so we're starting with a bang here. We have the Knight of Swords in position number 1, very, very fast-moving type of energy. So I don't want to say this is volatile just yet if we start getting some fire in the mix, but that is literally starting off with a bang. Let's get 2 more. What we got for Leo, please? Okay, we got death. So there is change afoot. A lot of you could be in the midst of some big life changes here when that card shows up. Let's get 1 more. A lot of power here, my friends. So very similar to last week's reading where I was getting a lot of powerful energies, a lot of powerful alignments. Okay, so we have a very beautiful card right here on the back end in the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, this is an interesting one, Leo. It looks like we're going to have a very nuanced, detailed reading this week. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, when I look down here, this front end is all about change. Now we have air, we have earth, we have water energy technically, so there's an even distribution of different elements. So it could represent different areas of life, different things that you're going through. So we're going to have to go through one by one. But interesting, this is very changeable, malleable type of energy in the front end. That's already giving me that vibe. Now in position number 1, we have the Knight of Swords. for a portion of you, you might just be connected to an air sign. So take your pick. Is it a Libra? Is it an Aquarius? Is it a Gemini? When we see the Knight of Swords, to me, aside from being a person, if it's not, this is a card of forward movement, forward progress, progression. Very similar to the Chariot in a way. This is blasting off towards something like a rocket. So like I said, it has like that explosive dynamic type of energy where it's moving very, very quick. Now, I do say sometimes the Knight of Swords shows up in times of conflict, right? This is a warrior type of energy, going straight towards that conflict, not really trying to get out of the way or hide from it. This is going headlong towards something. So yes, it can be action. Yes, it could be explosive vibes. But when I see this Knight of Swords, there's no fear there. It's a warrior mindset. The Knight of Swords, yes, just watch out for possible conflicts. The clarifier will really tell us the tale with that. For a portion of you, it could be just changed, moving towards something new, moving into a new area of life. That could be it. There's a lot of action. Unless this is energy coming towards you, there's big movement here in the energy. Moving to the center, and it continues with the Death card. Now, don't be nervous about that card. Nothing to be afraid of. For a portion of you, yeah, the imagery, it is a little dark, right? But this could represent a Scorpio that you're connected to. It could represent a person. Now, if you're not connected to a Scorpio, if you have no Scorpio alignments in your own chart, the Death card is more about Phoenix rising type of energy. So yes, it does talk about change. It talks about the cycles of life. This could also represent karmic things, karmic situations. But when I see this, I think of change. And what we have on the back end, it could be change for the better, change for the positive, possibly. Now, sometimes death can represent the end of a cycle, close out of something. So it's a very loaded type of energy and card. But it is change that cannot be contended with. Like, it's change in one way or another with this energy. It's like universal. It's inescapable type of energy. Okay. Now, like I said, it could just be that Phoenix rising energy, remaking yourself, coming out as better, fresher, like it's nice. And it makes sense. Like, since we are towards the end of Leo season, a lot of you have just had your solar return. So you're literally moving into a new cycle, a new year. Now, moving into the back end, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful card. One of my favorite cards in the whole entire deck. So all this stuff, this change ability, this change-based energy could be for the best when we have the 10 of Pentacles. Now, this card could talk about a hyper focus on things like money, things like work, things like the family. So a lot of you could really be focused on things like that. But generally, the 10 of Pentacles is like a level up type of energy. We're reaching the next level, going up to the next level. It's big influxes of prosperity, blessings, money. We think of wins. We think of really good things here. But for a portion of you, it might just, like I said, be signifying your home, your place of work, a family member. So it's all very personal. You just take it how it hits for you. But there could be a lot of change. A lot of Leos could be going through a big time of drastic or important change. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Leo. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, we're going to get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. Interesting reading so far, that's for sure. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Knight of Swords. And yes, my friends, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you have any messages you want to give to those lovely Leos, you drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Knight of Swords time. Let's see what all this action is about. What is all this movement? What's this action here? The Knight of Swords, please. Thank you. I saw a very similar thing in the Aries reading, so this might be a fire sign thing straight across the board. Okay, I feel like it's two main things. We have the Two of Swords in reverse here. So usually this is one of my big cards of mystery, the unknown, the hidden. When I see it in reverse, it's like, surprise, here it comes, here I come. So for a lot of you, this could be, I would say in this time, expect the unexpected in a lot of different ways. There could be a lot of things being revealed. There could be a lot of revelations, and there could be a lot of unexpected or surprising situations popping up. That's just a huge vibe I'm picking up here in the front end. And like I said, I saw it for Aries as well this week. So it might be a fire sign thing. When we think of the action, we think of the movement of the Knight of Swords, and the Two of Swords is in reverse. It's like, okay, something's coming in out of nowhere. So hopefully it's for the better. Maybe it's a change. We'll have to see when we get to this Death card. But I would say expect the unexpected, because there could be a lot of unexpected or surprising situations. Now, aside from that, I do have a secondary message. If you've been feeling indecisive about something, if you've been feeling confused, something doesn't make sense, you could have a big sense of clarity kick in this coming week, okay? So whether it is things that, just didn't make sense to you, or there's confusion about it, or you're indecisive, anything like that, that you're going to have clarity and you're going to be able to move forward and press forward in a very positive way. So those are the two main messages I'm feeling. We'll talk about it more during the recap. I love the energy so far. I want to see what else shows up in the reading. It doesn't necessarily feel like it's too positive or too challenging just yet, but I want to move in on that Death card. Interesting stuff. And I really want to get to that Ten of Pentacles too, but it could really tell us a lot. So why is the Death card here for Leo? Very, very interesting, my friends. Yeah, stability. For a lot of you, I feel like I need to say this again, and I think I said it last week. You need to know that you are being protected, you are loved, you are important, you are cared for, okay? Whether you believe it or you don't, like Spirit wants me to relay that message to a lot of you. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright underneath this Death card. For a portion of you, this could represent a mother figure of some sort, or somebody or something that can help ground you down to earth. So for a lot of you, if you are going through big times of change, okay, material change, changes about home and work and circumstance, Spirit could be asking you to like really try to practice grounding yourself down, or connect with somebody that can ground you down. The Queen of Pentacles, aside from mother figures and all the grounding I was just speaking about, she is a huge card of blessings and abundance, very similar to the Ten of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, whatever changes you're going through, whatever transformation, whatever metamorphosis you're going through is for the best, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. And I feel like you were getting similar things last week, and it's still being reiterated to a lot of Leos that whatever challenges, tribulations you might be going through or experiencing right now, it could be for the best, whether it is this stuff we're seeing in front or something totally different. Okay, the end result is going to be blessings. The end result is going to be abundance. So there's a big reason to be happy that things are going to work out for the best. Okay, and I know that's way easier said than done. I don't know what every single Leo's going through. The world's a crazy place these days, but that's just what the cards tell me. But for a lot of you, that loving spiritual energy I felt in the very beginning, I feel like a lot of you might need to hear that. Like you are important, you are loved, you are valued, and you are protected. You're safe. Let's keep moving over to the Ten of Pentacles, and we'll do a quick recap. And take it for what it's worth, my friends. But let's see what that Ten of Pentacles is about. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. Lovely message, right? Different from what I normally get, though. So why is that Ten of Pentacles here? Maybe we'll have a beautiful, happy ending here with this spread. Why is this Ten of Pentacles here, my God, Spirit team? Thank you. Lots of Pentacle energy. Yeah, the good times are coming, my friends. We have the Hanged Man in reverse, another Scorpio card. So let me just point that out. If a lot of you are connected to the Scorpio, they're showing up here double in this spread. The Hanged Man could sometimes also represent Virgo. We're moving into the season of Virgo at this time, so this could be very important. A lot of you, there could be some sort of level up coming in. Now the Hanged Man is in reverse. That's very important here, because normally this Hanged Man is a card that is pulled back, reflective, analyzing, planning, like really weighing something. So it's also strategic as well. It's an energy of self-sacrifice, but it is not moving. This is something taking a stance. When I see it in reverse, though, it's something opening up, those floodgates opening. So for a lot of you, this is huge on the back end under the Ten of Pentacles. Now, the Hanged Man in reverse in its own right could just represent the change we've been seeing here in the front end, the very powerful, massive type of change. But when I see this Hanged Man in reverse underneath the Ten of Pentacles, the blessings, the abundance, the wins, the victories, it all feels... I don't like speaking in absolutes in tarot reading, because like I said, the energies are very fluid, but it feels almost guaranteed to improve. So take that for what it's worth as well. When I have that Hanged Man in reverse under the Ten of Pentacles, it's like, let the good times roll, let the goodness flood in. So for a lot of you, these could be very big wins or victories on the back end for you, even if you're in a rough time right now. Let's go through and do a quick recap. A lot of moving parts this week, Leo. So let's do the recap before the shadow card. In position number one, if you kindly look in the box, we have the Knight of Swords with the Two of Swords in reverse. I did say for a lot of you, expect the unexpected in this time. Just like in the Aries reading, I was seeing lots of surprises popping up, or surprising situations, unexpected situations, whether good, bad, or indifferent, could be popping up for a lot of you. Could be dealing with one right now. This also did speak about mental clarity. So if you've been confused or something hasn't made sense or just things haven't been lining up with you in your mind, even indecision, you could have that mental relief and revelation type of energy where things start to make sense. Moving to the very center, we have the Death card with the Queen of Pentacles. The initial message I was getting here was very loving, and a message of love, of protection, of care, and that you're an important person. But this was also giving me a vibe that whatever changes and metamorphosis you might be going through right now, even if you're in the eye of the storm, could be turning out for the best for you. This is also a grounding energy. So for a lot of you, you might need to meditate and ground yourself, whether through crystal or just touching some grass. That's the vibe that's showing up. On the back end, though, we have the 10 of Pentacles with the Hanged Man in reverse. Let the good times roll. Let the energy flood in. This is beautiful. So for a lot of you, maybe it is something coming up in Virgo season, but I do feel like this is extremely positive, that whatever's going to change is coming to your benefit. There's a lot of wins and victories to be had. Please take a screenshot there. We're going to see what is in the shadows for Leo now. Let's shuffle it up. Very interesting reading here. So let's see what we got here in the shadows, my friends. My God, Spirit team, talk to me about the Leos. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end. I feel like it's an interesting thing to do, just to see what's going on. Whether it's something within yourself, something you don't quite see, especially in a reading that has some mystery attached. See what's in the shadows for you. Thank you. Wow. Positive. All right. Normally I read the shadow cards in reverse, but you have probably one of the most positive shadow cards that can show up, the Wheel of Fortune. And I always say it in my readings, especially if you watch my readings, you know, even when I do get the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I say that this is one of my most positive cards. Even in reverse, it's good to me. So in the shadows, this is very good and positive. Now, what does the wheel speak about? Once again, it's a card of change. It's karmic. It's all about the cycles of life, but it's about luck being on your side or coming to your aid in some sort of way. So some of you might just need to hear, we add the archetypes within the reading itself, that things could be shifting in a positive way for you. And the Wheel of Fortune is all about the changes of life. So if you've been experiencing the heavy change, the drastic change, Spirit is acknowledging it right here for you. But I still would lean into the positivity of this Wheel of Fortune, maybe play the lottery a little bit. This doesn't feel like a traditional shadow card, but things are changing for the better. So Leo, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the August subscriber surprise. For the August subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 3 winners for 3 different tarot decks. It will be a winner's choice this month. So if you want the Gilded Tarot, it's your choice. If you want the Witch's Tarot or anything under $40 US, 3 winners will be chosen. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments what you think is the best use for tarot. Speaking to spirit, shadow work, inner work, confusion, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month in August, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. I'll see you soon.